All right, third, and hopefully final take of this video. My stupid phone keeps running out of storage. All right, I'm gonna try and get through this fast because this is my third time doing this. So, the other day, took a little range trip, took the Shadow 2 to shoot that practicing for the weekend match. Took this gun. This is a 5-inch full-size PDP. This is a polymer frame. It's got a 14-pound recoil spring and guide rod from Marine Tactical, the uncaptured, and it has a, Overwatch Precision flat face trigger. Don't remember the exact name. I took this gun too. Gen 5 Glock 47 with a stock recoil spring, so I think it's 18 pounds, and I got a tactical trigger in this one, so the trigger, bar, and I think it's a connector. So, those are the two setups I took. So I shot the Shadow 2 for a while, did my things with that, then I shot this gun, and it reminded me how much I love the Glocks. Shooting it, it feels very smooth. That recoil spring that has like the double thing, it feels very nice. It's very consistent. It does require you to put a little bit of input in. It doesn't return to zero perfectly, but all that happens is it comes back, it basically almost returns, and you just have to put the little bit of input, and it's very, very consistent. You can get really, really good groups with this gun very easily. And then I shot this gun, and that is not the case with this gun. This gun, with the 18-pound recoil spring, I've shot it before with that. It's miserable, okay? It feels like you're shooting, I've never shot like super high calibers, but I hear people say it's like shooting 40. There's so much felt recoil into your hand. It's not enjoyable to me at all. Did not like it. Not a big fan. So with the 14-pound recoil spring, it's a little bit nicer, not as hard on the hand. The thing I found though is that this gun is not as consistent in recoil. It feels like I'm having to put almost a little bit more so input into it. It is definitely a little bit snappier, so I'm having to do a little bit more to get it to return perfectly to zero. The other thing, I feel like it's not super consistent, so if I put in the same pressure, it just ends up with a different result. Maybe I'm just not doing it right. I mean, I feel like I'm a pretty good shooter. So the other thing is, and this could be part of the issue, is I have a harder time connecting to the PDP. Leaves way less room for my support hand to grab onto. Same issue with the steel frame. Nowhere near enough room. But the Glocks are very wide, so they leave me tons of room. Fits my hand very well. So yeah, that was just kind of the dilemma. And at the end of the day, the result I landed on is I don't want to shoot this gun anymore. It's just not as enjoyable for me. I'm not saying it doesn't work for everyone. Obviously, people are different. There could be some guy that's like, dude, you're an idiot. Like, this gun's way better than the Glock. I hate the Glock and I love this. That's not me. To me, shooting this one next to the Glock, it just makes me not want to shoot this anymore. Like, given the choice between the two, I'm gonna choose this every time. I had the same result shooting competition. I shot both of those polymer frames in competition. The Glock I've shot way more in competition, and I've loved it every time I've shot it. The PDP poly frame, did not like that in competition as much. That's when I went over to this gun. This is the match steel frame with their, what is it called? I don't know, their performance trigger, flat face one. It's amazing. I would go as far as to say best striker fire trigger on the market. Probably by far. The only gun that can like get close is the Canic, I guess. But I just don't like the trigger face. This trigger's huge. Golly, and there's so much reach required to get to it. Reach that I don't have in this finger. That's why I don't like the Canic overall. So yeah, that's my kind of dilemma. Now the other dilemma I'm facing right now, and the main reason I'm making this video was obviously to update that. But a little bit, I'm getting to the age where I'm gonna start carrying. So, I need to decide, okay, well, what gun am I gonna buy? At first, I was just gonna carry the full size, but carrying the full size around the house and with light and stuff, it's not as comfortable. I feel like whenever I sit in a chair, I have to sit up a little more. It's a little bit harder to conceal. So, at the end of the day, I wanna go with a compact gun. Now, when I was first looking at carry guns, I got this one. You know, it's very safe because it has the double action stroke. This is a heavy pull too. This is a CZ-P09C Nocturne, by the way. Holosun EPS, just the full-size one on it. And I mean, this gun has enough room for me to connect to it. It's very long. It's not super wide, but it is double stack. This holds like 15 rounds. Yeah, it's not bad, but I did not really like the double action pull, shooting it at the range. I would much rather have the striker fired pull rather than that. I feel like I'm more confident with that in any situation. Well, I mean, just in the context of like defensive style shooting, of course, I would rather not have to deal with the double action than go to the single action. It's nice for competition because single action triggers are pretty darn nice. I'd very rather do striker fired, and I feel like they're safer too for carry. I mean, the Shadow 2, like the regular one, obviously that's horrible for carry, dude. I wouldn't do that. So, kind of deciding, okay, well, what brand am I going to go with? Obviously, the easy answer is just get a Glock 19, right? I don't know. I already have 2 Glocks, and I'm like, I like to venture stuff. I like having multiple different gun brands, and if I just got a Glock and got rid of the others, I would have 3 Glocks and a CZ. That's pretty boring to me. I like venturing outside into other things. Now, obviously, the one brand I'm not going to get from is this guy. Sig Sauer. Wonder why I'm not getting from that brand. Who knows? So not getting from them. The other one I considered, so CZ, they make a different, it's called the P10, and that's their take on the striker-fired guns. And those look pretty nice. They're extremely, extremely cheap and affordable, but they're not bad quality. So considered that, just go ahead and get a P10C. They also have a comped one, but I don't think I wouldn't do that for carry because there's a lot of reasons I can talk about, but I don't know, just not interested in that for carry. The other thing is I could get a Canic, but I don't know. That doesn't sound exciting to me. That doesn't sound interesting. Having this Canic, it's all right. It leaves a little bit more room for me to connect. The trigger's pretty nice. The trigger, really, golly, that's a nice trigger. The reach is a little far for me on the trigger, but I mean, I don't know. They just don't interest me that much. I've shot one before, and this one, I don't really know. I don't have a rebuttal for that one. So, you know, oh, and this one. This is a Springfield Echelon. I think they make a compact to this one. This isn't my favorite either, to be honest. I don't think I'll end up going with that one. I'd rather go with a system that's more tested and has more years on it. The only other option, the one I don't have at the table, is the M&P 2.0. I've heard really, really good things about that gun. I've just never really liked the M&Ps. Anytime I hold one in the store, it just doesn't feel great in my hand. Now, exception. Last time I went to the store, I was looking at buying a metal striker fired gun. That's when I bought this one. And so held the, what is it called? I think it's the Competitor HD, their metal one. And that one's pretty nice. That's the steel frame, not the aluminum frame. And it didn't feel bad, to be honest. That was the first one I held that wasn't bad. My mom had like a, what was it called? It wasn't a bodyguard, but it was, I think it was a shield. Like a shield, Smith & Wesson shield, I don't know. It was like a 380 and a 9mm, and I hated them. Did not like them. I didn't like the trigger on them. I didn't like the ergonomics. I didn't like how it recoiled. But nevertheless, I have that was a long time ago. I've grown way more in my shooting since then. And so I'm open to the M&P. But at the end of the day, the answer is probably just gonna go to the store, hold each of them, figure out which one I like the most. Right now, not gonna really find a Gen 5 19. Well, maybe, who knows, right? That would be nice. I would probably just get that if I saw it. But, so yeah, it's kind of between the Glock and the M&P right now. None of the other guns I really have that much interest in, except maybe the CZ P10. Hopefully this gets to a lot of people, and you guys can comment down below which out of those compacts you prefer. Maybe you don't prefer compacts. Maybe you like a full size. Argue down below. again, if you're seeing this video, why you like that. I'm anxious to hear what you guys have to say about that. I know these videos don't reach a lot of people quite yet, so it's gonna be, I know, like a small sample size probably, but that's totally fine. Just want to hear some opinions. Thanks for watching.